Grace Kim.
Winner of the Lotte Championship in 2023, had a couple of chances to win last year, but really struggled on the final day. Maybe nerves got the better of her, wasn't trusting her game. But we know she has the game to win. This is a big weekend for her.
And on the tee,
player So-Mi Lee. It's very hard sometimes for that to translate in your first couple of years out on the LPGA Tour.
We saw a little bit more of So-Mi Lee's personality when she played with Jin Hee at the Dow Championship. Just came out of her shell a little bit. You can see her having more fun with a partner.
Chance to settle down some early nerves. Roll this one in, Grace Kim.
Always nice to see a putt like this drop. The start of the day, major weekends. Should move it a touch left to right. Keep those hands soft.
Back over to the second and Grace Kim for a 2.
It might almost be a little bit of a double breaker here for Kim. Her feet are going to be higher than the ball when she stands over it, just because of that slope over where Joe, So-Mi Lee's caddy, is standing. So it will move right at the beginning and should straighten up at the end.
Yeah,
Oh, what a putt.
Speed was perfect, wasn't it?
Looked lovely.
Grace went back home to Sydney ahead of this championship. Got to see her coach, played a few money games at home, saw the family, and a little bit of a refresh.
I think I'll get banned if I complete that. But,
Oh, you disappointed me, Ali.
I'll give you one oi. We're thinking 230 down here to keep it short of those right-hand bunkers. It should take the camber nicely. All three of these players have 3-wood then hybrids, so if they ever pull a fairway medal, it is a 3. No one has a 5-wood or a 7-wood in their bag.
But she knew it as soon as she made contact that it wasn't what she wanted.
Third fairway. Yeah, clicking the fingers, she knew. Maybe a touch thin there, Karen?
Right behind, so that's going to be an interesting factor as we watch this third round play out.
Lovely chip shot. But this is going to be an awkward one to judge for Grace Kim.
It's all about factoring in the hill, really, over these.
That's a wonderful up and down. Evian can really, really play with you. She was saying when she first played here, shot 9 over par the first 2 days a few years ago and ended up crying, Grace Kim. Thankfully, those days seem to be behind her here.
Nice. Easy par.
Grace Kim. Maybe a reaction, Karen, to what she saw from So-Mi Lee?
Oh, I would think so. You just have to be so cautious of that false front. Make sure you're past it and a little left of it.
A little less so. Touch of a glancing blow. This is a tricky read. That's why she's bringing Drew, brother of Austin Ernst, in. It's going to do a little bit of both. Not dissimilar to the one that she had, albeit slightly flatter, on the second hole. That was downhill. She managed okay there.
Oh, looks like she had the line. It's going to be a 4.
Birdie putt, ahead of Grace Kim. We'll move left in the beginning, then to the right, up the knoll there.
Yeah, we saw Gino Titican hit a putt from down there, and it was with so much more.
And I mean, it's nothing to say that these players aren't exceptionally talented, but major championship pressure come the weekend, everything starts to tighten up, start to make decisions a little bit quicker, think a little bit quicker. So it'll be interesting to see how all of them handle this moment, some of them in it for the very first time.
Yeah, absolutely. Grace Kim.
It should be right centre after watching Somis, and is in for a par.
Remains alongside the overnight leader at 10 under par. Grace Kim's birdie coming at the par 3 second.
240 to those left bunkers, but if you are not aiming for the right half, even maybe some of the right rough, you are missing a trick with this whole location today.
Looking anxiously.
Should be
just
okay.
Fine.
Yeah.
Up ahead, Andrea Lee hit a nice bunker shot. And we go back to the final group at the 6th, and Grace Kim for birdie.
Cup 2's already tapped in for hers. She got nearest the pin. I was joking with the trio on the way up that they made my job quite easy on this hole, if you can even call it a job. Interesting that Grace was looking right of the hole here, given the drain to her right is the low point.
That's how Hedgen missed it on the right side just a moment ago.
Grace made the cut on the number at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, then shot a 68, the low round of the day on Saturday. Put her into a tie for 10th entering Sunday.
But has really straightened that out, and that's been a big difference in her performance as of late.
It's interesting, isn't it? She's still 25% less than Somi Lee this week, and let me call it 35% less than Grace Kim, who's been driving it beautifully, to be fair. She is over 90%, but a little lean right, skirts the bunker.
It's kind of right where she was set up with her feet up the right there.
2 under. Minjee, meanwhile, will have that to get to 9 under.
Final 3 ball on the fairway, or just off it, as Grace Kim is concerned at 7.
213 to the pin, 195 to the front, little hybrid. Headed left.
Yeah, bunker's been a popular spot the last few groups.
Last few days, even. Won't have any sand in it, Morgan.
Yeah, depending on where it ends up in that bunker. We saw Cassandra get a tough lie, but
Grace Kim splashing out.
these players are not quite taking advantage of this par 5.
Not making it look as easy as one or two others have so far on day 3 here.
I mean, this is a hole that's only given up 1 bogey so far today, Allie.
Have you seen many? I wouldn't think you'd see too many up and downs from the upslope of that front left bunker. There's so much sand in it, so you need a lot of speed to be able to get the ball all the way where the whole location is today, but that brings a lot of risk, given on the other side of it, it all falls away. It's just awkward. If you're in the flat, it's fine, but where Grace was, it would have taken an almighty heave to get it back there.
No, you're spot on, Ali, but I mean, it is a hole that's playing almost half a shot under its par so far today.
Yeah, a definite chance. I wouldn't have thought, if you'd asked me earlier today, if I thought a right miss would be better, but I do now after watching that. Little left to right.
Just the par for Grace Kim. In terms of par 5s, actually Somi Lee has been...
And back at the 8th, Grace Kim.
Cover on that bunker on the left-hand side is pretty much the same as the tier. About 15 feet or so to the right of this hole. They've got a nice target in the TV tower. Any right of that will find the back bowl. This is somewhat headed in that direction.
She kind of hit a similar shot the other day that ended up in that front right bunker.
Yeah. To me, this isn't a putt you can be aggressive with at all. You'll end up with a 6-footer coming back, plus even If it does go up and over the slight rise, there is, I'd say, 2-3 feet past. It will keep on going. It's got that kind of feel to it. So need to be a touch defensive here.
Yeah, I'd imagine that Grace continues to gain experience, putting herself in these positions in major championships. Certainly was in contention on the weekend just a few weeks ago.
Championship. For Grace Kim, a par putt to stay tied at the top.
Will move to her right. Has to bank that in.
Allie, maybe the most memorable moment I have of Grace at a major when she was when she was spectating, watching Hannah Green win at Hazeltine at the KPMG.
Courtesy of Kari Webb.
Wouldn't she like to flip that script and have you think of a better memory of her having in a major championship? Maybe this.
Now he's got the final 3 ball to cheer on.
205 front, 236 in for Grace, headed towards those left bunkers.
She's going to have that lengthy bunker shot similar to what she saw on 7, but a little more green to work with even here.
The 3rd at the moment. Back at the 9th.
Grace Kim from the sand.
Hanging lie, a lot of sand, slightly downhill, and lots ahead of her here. Anything over the ridge is all she's thinking about.
Yeah, just chunked it. Came in a little shallow there. Didn't carry it enough.
Birdie, some wonderful moves. We've had the 63 from Yoshida. Sounds like someone's phone may be going off over at 9. Grace Kim for birdie.
Who thankfully is close enough to the tier that it won't be a double breaker, just off her right all the way down.
Well, it's been an efficient front 9. Never really looked in too much trouble. 8 pars, 1 birdie, should you pop that one in. Kim for her par as well. Par for the cheeks. I think 1 or 2 are feeling it out there. We have a 3-way tie.
There you can see only 22 paces deep. This heading left for Grace Kim here. Way left.
Still further left, look out.
Oh, gets a good kick off that tree.
One thing I did like is that she and Drew walked up to see how much they'd have to cover, because they will have to keep this low. It's only about 12 foot, if that, the overhang that they'll have to navigate and keep it underneath. Because there's a good 80 yards plus of cover on the rough to think about as well.
Not bad. Kind of jumped on her a little bit, but impressive to get it on the green from there. You could tell by her reaction. She is thrilled with that one.
Given where that could have come.
Pretty close either way. At least Grace has one consistent slope. But like you've said in previous days, Morgan, sometimes people give this a touch too much break often on this green because of the Lake Geneva effect.
Yeah, players thinking that it breaks more towards the front of the green, but that lake effect holds it up just enough to fool many players. It's fooled me many times, so I can speak from experience on that one.
I'm amazed she's given herself a birdie putt at all. That was maybe her shot of the day from back there. I thought she was going to use the front edge more. Instead, she flew it on the green. Large bucket. Couldn't get any closer than that.
A good effort there, but just an example of how it doesn't quite break as much away.
Kim.
Not much here. Inside right and firm.
Gave herself a couple of great chances to win first half of last season. Struggled on the weekend. But she is right here.
Glistening in the sunshine. Grace Kim's tee shot at this uphill par 4 11th.
And one she'll like.
Grace Kim from Sydney. You know, we talk about Hannah Green and Minjee Lee. Ali, they're from the Perth area. Grace from, I suppose, a different setup growing up.
It is, yeah. And there's a long space between those two places, let me tell you. Up the ridge here. We'll move left to right.
It has been playing as one of the harder holes today, just based on this back hole location. We've seen players struggle to read.
And Ali mentioned it, Grace maybe not feeling 100%. Drew Ernst, caddy, congratulations to Drew and his wife Samantha. They just had their first baby, Everett, back in June. He took 1 week off, offered to fly Wednesday night to meet her in Michigan. She says, no, enjoy it, stay home. And here he is on the bag with Grace as she is tied for the lead.
Hole playing its full yardage today, 405, 250 to get past those bunkers. This is a beautiful drive.
I think it's interesting, Ali, you know, Grace is in about 2-3 yards there where somebody could take a stance without actually standing on the cart path, even if they're forced to play it left-handed. So just a decision by the LPGA rules team that is really working out in Somi's favor.
Grace is second.
Yeah, started straight at it from 143, just a touch short.
And this is in partnership with, and now Grace for her birdie.
Big tier to navigate. Another one where you do have to trust gravity. We'll move a little right to left.
And so Somi Lee will have she's got the loudest cheering section from her hometown not far away. Some from her club are here watching.
Yeah, they're celebrating their 130th anniversary this year. Aix-les-Bains, which is her home course. She's actually a member here at the Evian resort, but her club is closer to home at Aix-les-Bains, and they are celebrating a special anniversary this year, their 130th year. If Nastasia was to carry on like this, it may be a very big celebration. Grace Kim's tee shot on its way at 13.
And this thing is sailing.
Morgan, I'm assuming there is a valid reason why they decided that the grass area is deemed part of the cart path.
Yeah, well, I think she, you know, by missing the putt and blasting that one out to the right, yeah, maybe might have unsettled her. 160 front, 187 to the hole location up in that back right today. Needs a little nudge.
Yeah, that's not a bad place to be beyond the hole. Oh, it didn't hold up though. Still chipping back up the hill.
Her ball ended up.
That was delightfully done. Everything on this green filters towards the back right edge, this section of this green, I should say, so where Drew's standing.
Yeah.
Good up and down.
Very smart. No bogeys on the card. You can see it's a par run. You don't want to end that par run with a bogey.
Just one bogey for Grace Kim.
Gosh, hasn't her short game performed this week? That was an excellent up and down.
And still just one. Well, that was it.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish it. The bunker just right over.
259 front from over where Grace Kim is. Bit of a heavy light. Danger is turning this over on the layup.
It wasn't the most simple of layups, and she's done well there, Grace Kim.
We'll go to 17-2 back.
That is agonising. Back to 15. Grace Kim next to go.
Hasn't had a real look in a while. You know, a good 6-7 holes. Would love one here.
And she's been fighting. She's been fighting hard and grinding hard, but this, an opportunity to get back to the top of the leaderboard.
Well, while we have a moment, let's go down to Tom Abbott.
Well, thank you.
Oh, here she is for her birdie at 15.
Yeah, the Aussies are a very tight-knit crew, Richard. Certainly with their fearless leader, Kari Webb, inspiring all of them.
She had some success around here as well, did Kari. So this season on tour, and no one's won Evian as a major twice. But Minjee Lee might have a word to say about that.
Grace Kim. A popular spot. She has held tough. Just one bogey. The first nearly
109 from the layup for Grace. Wind's actually feeling like it's helping a touch at the moment, which surprises me, given it was kind of into off the left at the previous.
I think if we go back to her incredible only one bogey stat, it's even more shocking considering she's missed so many greens, missing 13 greens so far this week.
Well, while we got a sec, we've heard from one co-leader. Let's hear from the other. Tom's there.
Yeah, long.
And back on the tee after just her second bogey of the week, Grace Kim.
Who would love to finish with a dash of red. They all do. It's turning over a touch. Might get the bounce. Just hang on to the fairway, which it does. So she and Somi right in the go zone.
She just hasn't been quite solid with her ball striking today.
Be hard pressed to go and place it in a better spot than this from 186 out.
Hold the cart, please.
And it stopped. And now go time for Grace.
Touch of help off the right.
Promising.
Just creeps towards the top of that ridge there. I think it'll settle in that position. A putt for Eagle.
It would tie the lead if it drops. She's hanging in there. Not feeling her best, but
for somebody like Grace Kim.
All right, Allie, what do you think for Eagle?
I think most of the action will happen in the last 8 feet of this putt, where it will go right.
And it's going to be a round of 1 under par 70 for Grace Kim. And she will play in that penultimate group of 3 tomorrow, along with Gino Titakun and Yuri Yoshida, depending on what Somi Lee does here. If Somi makes, she would be in that second to last group.
We know this golf course gives us the drama, and I expect to see a lot of that tomorrow.
Should be fun.
Yeah, it really will be. We've seen plenty of birdies today. Some interesting